Kaelin Patterson, Midwest Muscle. We just finished at Five Star Fitness here with the American Idol himself, Chris Medina. Chris, do you remember working hard? Do you remember how it works?
I remember working out with you, and it actually hasn't changed. I still feel just as tired and just as much in pain as I usually am, but it's better. It's better this time around because I'm more healthy and I could feel what it's doing in my body, and I feel like I exercise better now, so that's good.
Now, there were certain things that you corrected, there's certain things you addressed, and there's been things you've been perfecting on your own with the other personal trainers that you work with. What have you learned from them that you've been able to incorporate into your life?
I would say overall patience with working out, that's good. The actual strength I've been able to incorporate in my life. Carrying gear hasn't been any easier. I could carry a piano. It's not an actual piano; it's an electric piano. But it used to be heavy. Carrying gear used to be heavy. I don't lose my breath doing that anymore. And a lot of legs, a lot of back, deadlifts, things like that. That's helped me in my personal life with Juliana, being able to transport her from the bed to the wheelchair, and not feeling like I'm winded or out of don't have any strength, basically.
Yeah.
So it feels good. I've been able to incorporate all those maneuvers and techniques, lifting things, suitcases. Just it makes a difference, It makes a huge difference.
Yeah, and you've actually got gym speak where you're talking about the stuff I actually understand, and it's like you're relating it to me, and it comes across well because you know what you're talking about. It's not guesswork, or you don't have to speak like a layman. You're actually speaking about the stuff you're working with.
Yeah, well, because it's practice every day, and you use the lingo and the jargon every day, and you there's always someone to tell you, even today with the tricep kickback extensions, those just that little curl at the end with the wrist, just there's always someone tweaking it, and you need that. I think you need someone just to kind of go, hey, if you do this, it'll make all the difference in the world, and it certainly does. So.
Yeah, we all start from somewhere, and there's somebody that taught me, there's somebody taught Ted, somebody taught Keith. There's always somebody that's willing to help, and I think if you're not willing to engage or help others, then it's wasted. I mean, it's really wasted.
Yeah, wasted. It's wasted knowledge, and if you don't put it into practice and you don't, really try to put it to good use, then the everyday situations like picking up a suitcase or picking up a guitar or throwing an amplifier on your shoulder and using your legs and things like that, you're always going to feel like, do I have to do this? You're never going to be excited about the things that should be easy.
Yeah, and should be exciting for you because you figure if it's your life, why isn't it a part of your life?
Right. I mean, just everything has been easier. I've been able to take things from the gym and put it into my everyday life on an everyday basis.
As you should.
Almost throughout the day consistently. So.
Yeah. And now, speaking of Juliana, because we don't want to forget her because she's basically what ties us together because I actually met her before I met you. And it's like with helping her, the little things you do to help introduces you to so many bigger worlds and so many more people. And you figure if I hadn't just taken the time to say, can I help you? This doesn't happen. So, when you say, what does it matter? What does that little bit of help do for somebody else? You never know, the worlds and the lives you touch.
Yeah, most people, including myself, are usually afraid to ask, and I remember being afraid to ask someone for help or until it got to that point where I just go, you know what, I know I can't do it myself, so I need to ask for help. And when you extend that to someone else and you show like, hey, can I help you or can I give you some advice or let me just share what I know, whether they take it or leave it, it does make you yourself feel good. But I know that when people do that for me, I walk away feeling like, all right, that was a cool experience. That simple act of kindness kind of rejuvenated me, made me feel like I'm going to get through this workout. I'm going to get through this day. I'm going to get through, I know with Juliana, people extending, their warmth and their generosity to her, it gets her through the day, every day.
It makes a world of difference. And she has a spirit that makes you want to help because she says, no matter what, I'm going to get better. And I was just so drawn to that, where she was just fighting and, no matter what, I'm going to do this. And even when she couldn't put it across in words, she put it across in her body and her, her whole mentality. I'm going to get better.
Right. And, she still wants to. I mean, just the other day we were talking about, how are we going to to get through this. You know, if you don't get better, you know, if you don't just get a little bit better, you know, it's going to be hard. And she goes, oh, well, because I will get better. She goes,
Exactly.
she goes, there's no way that I'm not going to. She's like, so just wait, it'll be better. And just that even in the simplest kind of just almost childlike, just it'll get better.
Yeah.
You know.
And
Yeah,
she believes it.
I think of the song "Don't Worry, Be Happy." Can't help it. Every time I hear that song, I'm just like, all right, I'm a little bit happier. I'm smiling. It's the same thing. It's like if you just extend it, you know, extend it, they automatically feel better. You know.
Now, I would be regress if I didn't say, you know, I appreciate you coming down here, of course, and I appreciate your humble spirit. Is there people and stuff coming up, or people you want to give a shout out for the support that they do for you every day?
Oh yeah, I want to give a shout out to Bosch Media. I want to give a shout out to MCS 41 for buying the rights to our story and making a movie. I want to thank all the fans in Norway, Sweden, U.S., Singapore, Germany, France, all you guys. I mean, you keep me going. And you, give a shout out to you. Thank you. So, and the 5-Star Fitness.
All right. Now, what do you have coming up in the future as far as singing? Because you're a singer,
Yeah.
You're a musician, and you actually can play music, and you don't need the auto-tune. Because, like I said, I've heard you in private and in public, so I know you can carry a tune.
Right. Well, thank you very much. I think what I got coming up right now is I just signed a management deal with my current manager, and we're going to release a single in Scandinavia, hopefully by the end of this summer. I have a full-length album coming out soon, and in the next year I'll be working on the soundtrack to my movie.
Yes.
So that's exciting.
That's a lot of stuff coming up.
That's exciting.
And honestly, it couldn't happen to a better person because, like I said, your spirit, your grin, everything about you says humble, and I just love it, and the fact that you can be so giving by being yourself. Because some people it has to be drawn out.
Yeah.
But you have that tendency to just, you know, I can just be a part of your life without overtaking it. And that's a blessing.
I just feel like I never feel uncomfortable making people feel comfortable.
It works.
It just feels good. Just I don't feel embarrassed or self-conscious. You know, I don't even feel like I have to vibe them out. I'll give, and if they don't want it, I can get it and I'll walk away. But most of the time, it's just, I mean, people, it makes them feel good, and I walk away going, you know what, I feel good.
It's
I
worth
actually
it.
feel good.
Because like I said, you know, like we were talking earlier, it is a responsibility when you have that kind of personality and that kind of spirit. You can't keep it to yourself.
No.
And I think that is so selfish when you've been blessed. I don't want to say God blessed. When you've been blessed and are being a blessing for others, that's what it's all about. That's humanity.
Yeah, it really is. And I think that it makes me feel more human to do it. So.
All right. Well, I know you've got other things going on,
Yeah.
and I appreciate you stopping in. 5-Star Fitness, always a home for you when you're ready. Midwest Muscle, Chris Medina, American Idol, Chi-Town's finest. Midwest represent. We are out.